We are here to ruin ourselves and to break our hearts and love the wrong people and die. Hit the music.
I think we need to redo that.
Yeah, that was hit the music.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is a new episode of Movies That Don't Suck and Some That Do. My name is Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And today, oh man, today,
dude, I'm so fucking excited. I can't fucking wait.
Some movies. All right, not only are we reviewing these two movies, but I want you guys to know right now going on or starting this weekend is Panic Fest in Kansas City. So me and Chris have got to interview directors, actors, the founders of Panic Fest. Like we have had like just a movie succubant week.
By the way, 20 screeners now. 20 screeners.
20 screeners we gotta watch.
Well, I don't have to watch all of them. We'll pick, but I think for next week we should pick. We'll each pick one.
We'll do a Panic Fest. I think we'll do a Panic Fest week next week. We'll talk about it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But today we are reviewing two of the biggest movies from not only this past weekend, probably the year.
To me, like I know that
to you and me. You and me both. We're both huge fans of first. The guy, so nice that Chris got a tattoo of one of his evilest characters on his body. Robert Eggers.
Eggers, yeah.
That's what said Eggers. Robert. I did that on purpose because I knew I'd piss you off. Anyway, Robert Eggers' new movie, The Northman. First starring, I'm sorry, but one of the guys I totally think is hot, Mr. Alexander Skarsgård.
I never said I cared about you. Maybe you dreamt it.
You big phony. Big hat, no cattle.
Do you mind? I'm trying to think here.
I thought you said my life was too valuable to throw away.
You are valuable, that's very clear. Just not sure why.
Suki, I'm risking everything to tell you this, because you mean so much to me. You make me feel almost human.
You mean nothing to me, understand? Nothing. I'm very close to getting something I've wanted since I was still human. Do not get in my way.
I hate your fucking guts, Eric Northman.
So Neil's a genius for picking that clip. Not only because it's True Blood, and the guy's name is Eric Northman.
An hour to find that one clip.
You were trying to find.
I went through all the True Blood. I saw so much of True Blood trying to find that clip. I knew there was one where they yelled his name, and I just couldn't find it. All right, then co-starring in this movie with him is the great, the beautiful, the wonderful, always good Nicole Kidman.
I believe that in our fast-moving computer age, it is the medium of television that joins together the global community. And it is the television journalist who serves as messenger, bringing the world into our homes and our homes into the world. It has always been my dream to become such a messenger. I look to you, gentlemen, now to make that dream a reality.
It was weird. I saw the Northman at the AMC, and having Nicole Kidman introduce the movie where she's in. I'm like, this is weird, because she does the intro to the movies now.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, whatever. I guess not.
No. She's at the beginning of the AMC movie. It's like the lights go down, and we're all excited.
Here, movies are stories are perfect. Or stories are perfect because here they are. AMC movies.
And that movie, actually, that's one of hers that doesn't get talked about a lot. And that is To Die For.
Yeah, 1985,
which, let's be honest, is actually a prelude to today of like everything that goes on today with social media and everything like that. Also in this movie, the wonderful, the beautiful Anna Taylor-Joy.
Anya. I found that out.
That's why I said Anya.
It threw me off. Just like he knew it would. From that point on, the whole game was like a foregone conclusion. I couldn't fight this feeling that I'd already lost. Like in the books, where you know the outcome, but you play it out just to see how it would happen. And I mean, every move he made was so obvious, so unimaginative, so bureaucratic. And the whole time, I'd look at his face. And there was no doubt. No weakness. I'm so glad you didn't see it.
That's from the Queen's Gambit. Probably her most famous thing.
One of the, I mean, everything she's been in has been a joy. I mean,
The Witch.
No pun. I get it. Everything from The Witch, which is one of your favorites.
Yeah.
And new to Robert's universe, Shalice Bang.
Oh my God, you're being all weird, man.
Not.
Yes, you are. The second we're done, and you're going straight for the condom.
I was trying to be nice.
Can I have it?
What do you want to
Let go of it.
Cuddle?
No,
You let
it's
go.
mine. You can't
it's
get
not
it.
yours, Christian. Let go.
No.
Yes, you're acting like a child.
I'm not letting go.
Let go.
No.
I'm gonna let go if you don't let go.
Let go then.
You let go.
It's gonna break.
Yes, it is.
Let go.
Give it to me.
I don't think I've ever let a girl take a condom from me. I'll take care of it.
No, I never. When I saw that scene of two people fighting over a condom, how could I not use that? How could I not use that? But also in this movie, greats like William Dafoe.
Ethan Hawke.
I mean, Elder Scar. Jack
Bjork.
Walsh.
Bjork's in this.
Bjork. Oh yeah, Bjork. Were you a big Bjork fan growing up?
Not really. Just like how weird she is. Mostly.
Yeah, I saw her twice in concert. She's really good.
Yeah.
All right, and that is of course The Northman. The other movie that we are reviewing today, of course. I mean, this is the big one. Everybody's watched it, I think, 3 times now. This is, I mean, they're already talking about a sequel. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But the movie we're talking about is The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, starring the one, the only, Mr. Nicolas Cage.
Sonny Liston! Remember in 65 they said, hey Sonny, don't take any chances. Ali almost killed you the first time. Take the payday. First punch, you go down. Flop! Splat! That's you!
Detective,
That's
you either arrest him or I'm going to ask you to leave.
What would I arrest him for? What would I arrest you for? Getting up too quick? What? What? Come on, I saw you and you saw me. And don't pretend like you don't know who I am, girly man. You want to look like a knockout, but when you heard the gunshot, your eyes were open in half a second. Now you're falling. Totally understandable reaction, but it kind of ruined the performance, don't you think?
Look, what the hell do you want from me? The man knocked me out.
I looked at the fight tape, Lincoln. Yeah, it was a phantom punch. A little bad Hollywood acting, but the Athletic Commission might find it interesting. And a second after you go down, an assassin fires. Well, that's some coincidence. I guess they don't call you the executioner for nothing. And you signed my kid's autograph.
Yeah.
That was the longest speech I could find.
Yeah.
Of Nicolas Cage, where he's not yelling bees.
I honestly listen to Nicolas Cage say anything.
Yeah, that's from Snake Eyes, which I think is one of the most underappreciated Nicolas Cage movies
It's a weird
of all
one.
time.
It's a weird one.
It's a weird one, but I loved it. This is one of my favorites. Also co-starring, and believe me, co-starring hard. We're going to talk about these two guys when we get to this movie. Pedro Pascal.
My brain's all good, kid. And you know what? I reckon the same was true for your friend Harry over here. Real fine instincts, I'll give him that. So you stay still, or I'll dice him up so small you can take him home in a bucket and still have room for what's left of your buddy Merlin.
Well, that is just fucking great. You're working for the president.
That asshole? Hell no. It's a matter of personal principle, Agent. No more drug users. And the Statesman's share prize rockets.
That's from Kingsman 2.
Kingsman 2, The Golden Circle.
Yep.
And there's so many movies I could have picked, but I totally forgot he was in that one.
Yeah.
So I saw the clip and I was like, yeah, I'm going to grab that right away. Also in this movie, co-starring Tiffany Haddish.
Just grapefruit them.
What?
Y'all ain't never grapefruited before?
No. But I'm listening.
What you want to do is you get a grapefruit, right?
Okay.
And you cut both ends off, as so. Then you cut a hole in the middle, like this. Make a nice little tunnel. And then you place that on his penis, like this.
Oh.
Okay? Like that.
Oh.
Right? Now you want to squeeze and twist and suck, so then it feels like he's getting fucked and sucked all at the same time. It's like this. Choke just a little bit, because that make him feel like a man, like he's killing your shit.
Yeah.
I can't believe that sounded better than I thought it was. And also the guy that I'm actually named after, Neil Patrick Harris.
A nickel a target.
You know, that's actually a little rich for my blood. How about a penny?
What's the matter, Albert? Is business bad? Oh. No. A penny. It is. Good Lord, Albert, you're such a cheapskate. Oh.
Wow.
Let's go, Louise. You can shear me on. Oh, no, I didn't.
I love Neil Patrick Harris.
That's from 1,000.
I'm not named after him, by the way. I'm named after my grandfather.
That's 100 Ways to Die in the West, something like that? What's the full name of that?
That was A Million Ways to Die in the West by Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah.
Pacolino, Sharon Horgan, Alexandria Mastrandia, Jacob Scopio. Like, there's so many. Demi Moore. I mean, this movie.
David Gordon Green's in this. David Gordon Green's in this. And,
oh, yeah. Like, there's just so many people in this movie that pop up. And that is the unbearable weight of massive talent. Chris, tell everybody where they can find us.
You can find us on moviesdon'tsuck.net. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/moviesdon'tsuck podcast. We're on Twitter at MDS podcast. We're on the Instagram MDS podcast. And we're also on Patreon, patreon.com/moviesdon'tsuck. You can find shirts and shit with the name on it on bonfire.com. Search Movies Don't Suck and Something to Do. And we're on all stream platforms. And you can send us an email if you are old fashioned. Send us an email at moviesdon'tsuckpodcast@gmail.com or info@moviesdon'tsuck.net. That's it.
And that's the bottom line because Chris said so.
That's right.
Also, if you got a small business, we would like to be more than happy to promote your small business because we like to give back to the community. Like this business. Now, remember this past Saturday, we were being stalked by a weird person on Twitch that was totally giving us trolling us.
Yeah.
Totally trolling us. Well, I went to where the person said it, and it's called the Whittier
Bar. Beat his ass, right?
No, dude, I hung out with him and had shots. I'm not a violent person. So I went to the Whittier Bar, met him up there, and the Whittier Bar is this great location right here in downtown Tulsa. It is located at 2405 Admiral Boulevard, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74110. Now, if you like local music, this is like the bar for you. Like, it is a nice, old school, there was a band playing that was just amazing, having a good time, called North by North, who is from Chicago. They were just lovely. You can look their music up on Spotify, North by North. And, man, drinks were cheap. Music was great. The people there were just amazing. Like, when you walk into a bar and you just know, like, oh, this is my peeps. These are the people I can talk to. These are the weirdos, the freaks, the geeks,
Mm-hmm.
So if you get a chance, guys, if you're in the Tulsa area and you want to see good local music, go to the Whittier Bar. You can find them on Facebook of all their show times coming up at the Whittier, WHITTIER bar on Facebook, or you can go to their webpage at thewhittierbar.com.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling that we're going to be talking about the movies for a long time because I
know. I mean, to be honest, as much as I love our chit chat, to be honest, we talk Saturday. We know exactly what's going on. We've been talking nonstop for the last week. Guys, we're just going to make it very clear to you. We're working a lot with Panic Fest. There's a lot of interviews.
Yeah.
And we've recorded, 4 times this week already?
Yeah.
Altogether, we have recorded 4 times, so you're going to have a bunch of extra content coming out in the next 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Chris is putting it together and editing some stuff.
Yeah. I'm actually going to, I know I'm going to be at Panic Fest tomorrow with my handheld recorder to try to get job quotes. Like tomorrow I'm seeing fucking Joe Bob Briggs for the last drive-in. They're doing a Boba Hotep.
So we want to advertise this as well. So I'm going to 100% just do it really quick because I want you guys to know how much we love good music and good movies. And, you know, they don't have to be the Hollywood 70 million budget movies like we're going to talk about in 5 seconds. But there is Panic Fest, which goes on in Kansas City every year for the last 9 years, but they've done it 10 times. They did it twice in 1 year, as we learned from. It is going on from Friday, April 29th to Sunday, May 8th. Now, if you're not in Kansas City, though, you can go to panicfilmfest.com and you can actually buy digital tickets to watch some of the movies that are coming out. One movie in particular that we really enjoyed was a movie called When the Screaming Starts. We got to talk to the director and writers, Connor
Boru and Alex Ryan.
Ed
Hartland.
Ed Hartland.
Yeah. So we're gonna sing the praise of this movie. So it's we love this movie. So.
Yeah, it's definitely, if you like What We Do in Shadows, you will love When the Screaming Starts. So like there's a bunch of other little shorts we've been watching. There's some movies we've been watching. And, we're going to release all that content coming at some. So look forward to that. And definitely, guys, if you're a big movie buffs, like me and Chris are big movie buffs, definitely check out panicfilmfest.com. They are not paying us to say this. Just want you to know that. But this is 100% our love for the film and the people that run it.
And best genre fest in the world, according to Movie Maker Magazine. So...
we talked 3 years in a row. 3 years in a row.
We talked to Tim Canton. He was like that when you mentioned that. He's like, I've never been honored as much as I have when you heard the intro for me.
Yeah, he was really impressed by the intro I came up with because, when we talk to these people, we research. We don't sit there and just go, oh, we're going to talk to these people. We'll just do the generic questions. We go research. We go find out what their information is about their lives. I stalk the guy for a good 8 hours. But really nice people. I can't wait for you guys to hear that content coming out soon. So let's get into the first movie, which is Robert Eggers'
The Northman. You guys don't know
Northman.
You guys don't know
Robert Eggers.
Here it is. This is the third film he made. That's not it, but
that's not it.
No, that's not
is that no? Okay, is it this one? Is it that one? There we go.
Yeah. So he's much more fit, but he also directed two of my favorite movies of all time, The Witch in the Lighthouse. So you guys better believe I was fucking stoked about this one. This stars Alexander Skarsgård as Amleth.
I never said I cared about you.
Nicole Kidman as Queen Gudrun.
I believe that in our fast-moving computer age, it is the medium of television that joins together the globe.
Claes Bang as Flaneur. Oh my god. My name in here is the Icelandic name butcher. So,
which one?
Claes Bang's name in this is Flaneur.
Oh, Flaneur.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're being all weird, man. What? Yes, you are. The second we're done, and you're going straight for the condom.
And then there's Ethan Hawke as King Arvindale Roy Raven and the amazing, beautiful
King Arvindale Warhaven.
Okay, I like the Warhaven part. That's his name. And they got Anya Taylor-Joy's Olga of the Birch Forest.
It threw me off, just like he knew it would.
Also, this stars Gustav Lind as Thor the Proud, Elliot Rose as Gunnar, Willem Dafoe as Himmer the Fool, Phil Martin as
Himar. It's pronounced differently. The only reason I know this is because I studied when I studied Latin and stuff like that. We actually studied.
Thank you. This is like the worst. This is like the best episode for you to like. It's switched around.
Actually, show people that I have some intelligence.
So this also stars Bjork and like this is top notch cast in this. And I'm gonna mention this just because I'm crazy. Owen Freer. She plays Ashler Hofgithia. She's from She's in Mandy, his mother Marlene. But why don't you go ahead and read the storyline for this? I suppose.
Oh, is there a storyline?
Yeah,
I didn't even look it up.
It's just down there.
Oh my gosh, is it huge? Oh no, it's very small.
Yeah, it's one sentence.
From visionary director Robert Eggers comes man. an action-filled epic that follows a young Viking prince on his quest to avenge his father's murder.
So, real quick, guys, just so you know that Hamlet's based off of the original Norse tale.
Oh, wait.
You got this, okay?
Oh, I got this. Oh, wait a minute. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yep, there we go.
So, very loosely based on the story of Amleth appears in the Gesta Danorum, written 1200 by Saxo Grammaticus.
Danorum.
Thank you. Amleth inspired Shakespeare's Hamlet and Disney's The Lion King.
Yeah.
And this is, so it's a tale as old as time, sort of the revenge movie. Right?
Did you say tale as old as time after you said Disney? That's hilarious. Yeah, 100%. This movie is, without ruining too much, it is about a man coming back to avenge his father. I mean, if you look at the trailer, it says all this. And his uncle is the one that killed his father. So he is coming back after he grows up to avenge his father, just like Hamlet, just like Lion King. What the heck? What's the kid's name in Lion King?
Simba.
Simba, with Mufasa and stuff like that. This is all legendary because this story is as old as you can believe. This is Norse mythology at its best. Now, remember before we jump into this, I just want to point this out, and I can't remember what episode it was, but remember I had a whole episode. There's an episode where I was like, "You guys want original ideas? Jump into mythology, jump into Greek and Roman mythology, Norse mythology, jump into that. You can go there and grab stories that we could use for good fucking movies." And finally, if someone gave them like a $70 million budget, guess what happened? Someone gave someone a $70 million budget to make a Norse mythology.
Yeah, and I gotta say, so right away, this movie it's gritty, it's violent as fuck, it's dark, and it's beautiful. One
thing.
Go ahead.
No, continue.
So, Robert Eggers doesn't disappoint. He's 3 for 3 for me when it comes to good movies. I was terrified this would be bad, but guys, just so you know, I fucking love this movie. I walked out of it and I was like, this shit rips. This was an awesome fucking movie. It's got amazing acting in it. Like I've read things people say that's a little disconnected. To me, I was in it the whole time.
Yeah, I want to know. I'm going to agree with you on that point right there. Is what were they talking about? This disconnect?
Yeah.
Okay, I think this is what I think the problem is. Mm-hmm. This is what I think the problem is. There are slower parts to this movie. Not really though, because it's still building the story and moving the story along. The problem is the studio marketing.
Oh, the hard to market kind of like a horror film. It's not.
No, not even like a horror film. They marketed it like it was like damn near like it was not just a horror film, but like a gladiator film. Like it was just going to be battle after battle. Battles do happen, but when they happen in this movie, it is very much like noteworthy. It's not like this battle's just happening because we need another battle.
Honestly, the first battle in this movie is one of the best battles I've ever seen. Honestly, like when it comes to fighting.
Yeah, and it's one of those movies that did a really, really great job at portraying violence. And I mean, they portrayed violence really, really good.
And they're not glamorizing it. They're showing how fucking awful it is. They're showing like how fucking you don't want to live in this time. You know.
No. Because if you get stabbed, it's not like you're going to go run over to the hospital and get sewed back up. If you get stabbed just even one little bit, that could get affected and you could die.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I want to say that, man, this out of all Eggers' movies, this is probably the most accessible. You know, like you can walk in and go in. But when you say, I want to mention when people talk about slow parts in movies. And why they don't bother me, because a good director can basically move a story along just by how they direct their actor to act. So when you think nothing's happening, a whole lot more is happening than you think. Just by looking at their faces, just by the expressions, and just like, and dude, I can't even talk about how much I love the music in this too. Like, man, I loved this movie, and I've been telling everyone about it. The Northman is incredible. You saw it last night, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I did see it last night. Yeah.
But it's it's a revenge movie. But if I honestly, if you call it slow, I'm gonna disagree with you 100%.
Yeah, it's not a slow movie, and it's only like 2 hours and 10 minutes, 2 hours 20 minutes, whatever.
12 minutes, yeah.
And by any means, I think the pacing went just perfectly fine. It told the story. There's so many different things that he came up with that were just ridiculous. The lighting in this was great. The cinematography in this movie was awesome.
Eggers, he all that stuff you saw, that horrible landscape, he made his actors be in that. When it comes to lighting, he is a natural light. Most times, try to use as much natural light as possible, and there's some, but very little CG in this movie. Robert Eggers is a big believer in practical effects, and there's only a few things they use computers for. Man, I can't say enough good things about this thing. I can't wait to watch it again.
It's one of those movies. Robert is now getting to the point where people just want to work with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's at the point where like someone, he has to be someone being money, but movie will be like, oh yeah, I didn't have to hear what it is. You want to work with me? I want to work with you. You know.
It's great that he, it's great that he stole, a storyline from Disney, and made his own story from it or whatever. But on top of that, it was, Alexander Skarsgård, how many times have I gave praises to this man?
Yeah.
From any movie, even the movie we saw where he was like the guy in the middle of Alaska or whatever it was. And I think he's a leading man in Hollywood. Why he's not in more features right up front. The first picture you go when you pull up his IMDb is him in a tuxedo jacket and shirt and brief whites.
Is that your cat screaming in the background, by the way?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyway, so and he played Randall Flagg in The Stand. He's working on Succession right now. He was in Godzilla versus King Kong and Godzilla movie.
Yeah, I think we talked we talked about him in the Hold the Dark and in Godzilla versus Kong. He's in both those movies.
Yeah, and plus I loved him as Randall Flagg. Not so much the whole miniseries, but I liked him as Randall Flagg.
Yeah.
I think they took some major points out of there. I can't give this movie enough credit. I love this movie.
I want it to do well. I really wanted to do well. I know that it was number 2 of the box office behind The Bad Guys. I think it was Bad Guys, Sonic the Hedgehog, then the Unbearable Weight. I honestly think these should shoot the top. These are movies that need to be seen. These are movies that need to be seen, honestly, so we can get more movies like this. Because this is a masterpiece of a movie, and it's up there with one of my favorite movies of the year. Easily one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. They did it justice. They did all the stuff right.
Yeah. Do you have quotes for this?
Of course.
Let's do some quotes and we'll hear a score.
Like a battle dog, I am returned, and I have to my master. You're the dogs that want to become men. This is the last tear you will shed in weakness. It will be given back when you need it. I will avenge you, father. I will save you, mother. I will kill you, Vanir. Wolves will howl in the storm of Odin. It's not enough to be the prince that never cries. Show the shepherd you're a sheep. I will show the shepherd his death instead. If you are untrustworthy as a wolf, I will put you down myself. He speaks of days past and days yet to come. My heart knows nothing more but revenge. We thirst for vengeance, but cannot escape our own fate. Could it be Christian Slavs? Their god is a corpse nailed to a tree.
Oh.
This is not the work of my god, but evil sorcery. I will come back for your heart and your mother, and I will eat it. Oh, I'll come back for your heart, and your mother and I will eat it. My hour of grief is gone. My revenge and wrath is upon us. I will fight you at the gates of hell.
So I'm gonna go first. I want to mention also this movie is also pretty historically accurate. They like couldn't make it as authentic as possible when it comes to like things like.
I mean, it's very, again, loosely based on the story of Amleth. Very loosely.
But when it comes to like what you know the things they wore in the rooms and all that stuff, that was pretty accurate on that. But my score on this 4.8.
And all the peroxide the women use for their hair.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Anya. Yeah. My score on this is 4.8. I fucking love this movie.
You said an Anya? Nicole Kidman's a redhead.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, fucking it.
But anyway.
Yeah, my score on
this. You said 4.8?
Yeah, I love this movie. I have nothing but good things to say about it.
I think a 2.4. They really missed the mark here. No, I'm kidding. I'll give it 4. I just don't want to set myself up for later on. I'm going to give it 4.5.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, great movie. Great movie. The only thing, man, because there's one thing that we didn't talk about, and that was the mythicism that was in this movie, like the
Valkyrie.
Amount of the and stuff like that, and that appeared that I did not expect. I thought it would be more realistic and brutal, but I loved it. I love the fact that that's what these people thought.
Yeah,
like this is the images of people back then. And
I mean, it's Eggers' style to do this sort of like ambiguous sort of thing when it comes to mysticism or magic, even. So, I mean, it would. This is. I can't wait.
The ambiguous gay duo.
No, but
is that what you said?
I just said that it's his style to have ambiguous mysticism, that sort of thing in this movie or in his movies, and I really fucking love this thing. I can't wait to watch it again because I'm going to. Now, when Rotten Tomatoes, what do you think the audience score for The Northman is?
The audience score, 78%,
66%.
Damn,
that's a problem.
I didn't think they were gonna miss it, but all right, what they miss?
They didn't give a score. That's just the audience score, and there's no audience consensus.
Oh, they didn't have one of those things.
No, but they do for the critics. And what is the critics score? You think?
92.
89. Not too bad.
I was off by 3.
Critics' consensus is a bloody revenge epic and breathtaking visual marvel. Northman finds filmmaker Robert Eggers expanding his scope without sacrificing any of his signature style. Yeah, I mean, I really have nothing but good things say about this thing. I'm trying to find shit that I don't like, but it's an experience. This movie is definitely an experience. But one of the best movies I've seen. This beats the hell out of me. I think I saw last year, honestly. Like just
right.
Like Everything Everywhere All at Once. We love that movie. I think beat the hell out of everything I saw last year. These two movies right now at the top of my list. They'll be in the top 10 by the end of the year. I've a hard time finding anything that will beat those two movies I just mentioned. You know.
I mean, oh my god, when it gets when it comes to that was me spilling my beer. If everybody wants to know why I cussed. Literally, sorry, I'm looking for a towel at the same time when I'm talking. So, I mean, at the same time, I can't wait for the next thing. You know, like I want Robert to make movies to the end of the earth. I hope this makes enough money that they're like, okay, he's a guy we can put money in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
he'll always find a studio to make his movies. I imagine he's already
I mean, because he can make, as we know by Witch, he can make them for $10, and by Lighthouse, he can make it for $20. And then
I think this was done with $50 million or $60 million.
70. It was 70 million.
Oh, I hope it makes some money back, dude. I can't wait to see.
I hope it does too, because I would like to see more stuff like this. This is how an epic movie is supposed to be made.
It's also artistic.
Not supposed to be battle, a little bit of character.
It's an artistic. It's an artistic vision, and it's beautiful. It's
originally the guy that gets his nose ripped off was actually supposed to be the other Skarsgård.
Oh yeah,
that was supposed to be Bill Skarsgård from It. And I was like, oh, man, because when I looked it up, I was like, why do you say Bill Skarsgård? Then I read about it, and because they had to move back the filming of it. Timing.
But
because they got pushed back because of that thing that happened the last couple of years.
Oh, are you talking about pandemic? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
COVID? Exactly. COVID 20? What's it called?
COVID 17, I don't know.
Okay, all right.
All right. Anyway, let's move on to the news, man. Let's get it on. This is Movies Don't Suck in Southern News. I read the news, Chris stares with a blank face and acts like he knows nothing I ever said anytime ever.
Okay, yeah. Let's get it on. Mandy, get it on. Let's do it.
Let's get it on. Oh, let's get it on.
I wish I had a soundbar that was giant. I could just start playing.
I do. We need one. We need one. I'm telling you. If I had to, I need like 114 sound bars. All right. So John M. Chow has given us some information about the Wicked movie.
The Wicked movie.
Yeah, remember last year I announced that Wicked, the play based on Wicked Witch, is going to be coming a movie.
Uh-huh.
It is not going to be one, but two movies.
I don't know about that. They shouldn't do that.
I mean, it's like a 3.5 hour, 4-hour play, dude.
Yeah.
Did you not see? Did you not go see the play?
I've seen it twice.
All right, so you know how long it is.
It's pretty long.
There's an intermission for a reason, motherfucker.
First time I saw it, I was so drunk. I was in the bathroom trying not to throw up.
That dude, I don't know why you do that going to Wicked, but whatever.
But me and Leah went to San Antonio, and we stopped at a Mexican restaurant before the Wicked, and we got one of those fishbowl margaritas, and we finished. We're like, let's get another one. And that was a bad idea.
So yeah, especially for you, Mr. 3 beers and I'm drunk.
Yeah. But
talking about beers, you know what's a good beer? This one in my hand, the Iron Monk Exit 174. There we go. Oh, that's not a sound effect. All right. Anyway.
First on the.
So the first part of this movie will come out December 2024. The second will be December of 2025.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll see both of them.
Yeah, we will. We have to.
Alison Brie's Spin Me Round South by Southwest comedy acquired by AMC and IFC Films. The movie stars Alison Brie as a manager of an Italian restaurant chain who wins the opportunity to attend the franchise's educational program in Italy. What she thought would be a romantic getaway becomes chaos and catastrophe.
There we go.
Catastrophe. Thank you. Words. The ensemble includes Alexander Novola, Aubrey Plaza, Molly Shannon, Zach Woods, Ben Sinclair, and Alison Brie.
I thought, I knew it was a matter of time for Alison Brie and Aubrey Plaza got in the movie together.
Oh, man. I love those two. Yep. Hey, are you ready for J.J. Abrams to ruin another franchise?
Yes.
This time he can add his big white glares like he did in Star Trek.
Yeah.
Or his messed up storyline like he did to Star Wars.
You mean
But this time, he's doing Hot Wheels.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Like, this isn't near as exciting to me as it is for Noah Baumbach doing Barbie as is J.J. Abrams doing Hot Wheels.
Yeah, Hot Wheels. So we're getting Barbie and Hot Wheels in the next couple weeks, in a couple of years.
Cool.
Okay, cool. Whatever. Netflix has inked a 3-picture deal with Japanese anime studio Colorado.
Okay. What have they made before?
Right?
Yeah.
They played Whisker Away in 2020 as one of their movies, Drifting Home. So they are going to be making movies based on anime. Maybe this is how Netflix stays afloat. I have no idea, because right now, let's be honest, everybody's buying up their own properties. Paramount's taking back their shit.
Yeah.
HBO, Warner's taking back their shit.
The streaming service, I think, there's going to be a point where people want to stop doing it. And then have to.
I think it's going to be a war.
Yeah.
It's going to be a war. A war's coming, Chris. A war.
Yeah, I know.
Joaquin Phoenix has acquired the filming rights to the book Free the Animals, the amazing true story of the Animal Libertarian Front in North America. It is the 30th anniversary of the paperback edition for PETA founder and president Ingrid Newark.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll watch that.
I mean, I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
And I'll diss it just as much as I'll diss anything else.
There's this pretty cool documentary about the ALF you can find online. I forget what it's called, though.
Now, I grabbed this story because I'm kind of weirded out by the title of it.
Okay.
Dungeons and Dragons. Paramount is set to reboot the Dungeons and Dragons film franchise with Honor Amongst Thieves, which is the movie they've been working on, Dungeons and Dragons. Is that a reboot?
I don't know. I feel like it's. I mean,
they made a Dungeons and Dragons movie 20 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It was like a long time ago. It wasn't like yesterday.
Like Marlon Wayne's in it, like one of the Wayne's.
Yeah,
movies?
like I'm thinking it was like years and years and years and years ago, and they say reboot, and I'm like, I don't know if that's really a reboot.
What do you think it's a remake?
I mean, the plot they know so far, they don't have specific details, but the original 2000 film followed Empress Sonava's search for the Rada Serville to defeat the warlock Profound. The sequels largely did not continue the film's plot, so we know that. The cast we know Chris Pine is in it, of course. We also know that Michelle Rodriguez, Justice Smith, Rita Jean Page are all in it as well. Hugh Grant will be in it, Cole Coleman, Sophia Lois, Daisy Head. So, it's got, a good everything, and there's even going to be a spinoff to it. So...
Yeah,
all right, whatever.
Apparently, there's a movie released in 2008, 5, and 2012. There were direct-to-video movies.
Okay.
So that's.
I hope this is better.
Yeah. So.
Batgirl.
Mm-hmm.
HBO now it's kind of like, you know what? We're putting a lot of money in this movie. Maybe not just release it on a streaming platform. They're now thinking that they're going to release Batgirl as a theatrical release instead of a straight-to-streaming debut.
So how does Batgirl fit into the Batman universe?
Well, it just matters which storyline they go with.
Okay.
Because there's 5 different storylines for Batgirl. I mean, she's been around ever since, I think the 50s, maybe the 40s. And, and then there's also Batwoman and, anyway. But Batgirl is Barbara Gordon, the daughter of James Gordon.
Yeah.
And she is and so many different ways. The way it looks, and I'm just going by this, from what I see on, pictures and set photos and stuff like that, is that they're going with the new 52 version.
Okay.
Where she's younger, a teenager, and she just really looks up to Batman and trying to solve a crime and that her daddy can't solve for her.
Because the Batman game I'm playing, the one that the Arkham one on the, they have a Commissioner Gordon's daughter is sort of her Batman's tech helper. She's
right.
not she's on the field. She's all just doing the stuff on the air on the computer. But Yeah, Batgirl. That's gonna be interesting. I hope. Do you think it will work its way into the Robert Pattinson Batman? You don't think it'll work it that way in there? Do you?
I have no idea. I don't know what they're all gonna do. Because to be honest, who knows?
Yeah.
Especially with the new Flash movie coming out and the Flashpoint Paradox.
Oh man, Ezra.
I can't wait. Anyway, so next. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 2 gets a brand new name.
So stoked on it. What's it called now?
Yeah. So now it's Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and the third one is going to be titled Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse.
When I saw the preview for the second one, it said Part 1.
Yeah, and they changed that as of this past week.
Okay.
There will be a total, and this is not bullshitting this is not making this up. They are over 240 characters that are going to take place. And there's over 1,000 people working on the 2 sequels.
That's a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. They showed the first 15 minutes of the second movie this past week at CinemaCon.
Yeah, I saw the preview for it So I'm stoked on it, man. I can't wait.
Sony has confirmed at CinemaCon this past week that who you gonna call?
Didn't you guys try too?
After Ghostbusters Afterlife is getting a sequel.
Okay.
They have already pinned it. They are ready to go. They're getting the cast together. Yay.
Yeah, I'll see it. Yeah.
I mean, they made over $350 million during a pandemic.
Yeah. Yeah. So
and yeah,
let's see it, man.
It is what it is.
Can't wait to see it.
Let's just talk about this for a second, because let's be honest, it's the thing everybody's been fucking talking about all damn week. Let's just get it done and over with. Let's talk about it. Johnny Depp.
Okay.
Amber Heard. All right, man. I don't know what's going on. I don't know where Amber Heard found. All right, look. Everybody's been watching this thing like it's a goddamn OJ trial, and it's not. It's a divorce trial between
it's a defamation.
Obviously, a very abused man and a very psychotic woman. I mean,
I can't take sides yet. I'm gonna wait. I mean, because I'm not there.
I watched it. It's done.
Yeah.
It's at the end. They're not gonna get back up there on. They've already said their bits. And when there's one guy that's just like, "Hey, man, Johnny Depp is the whole reason I have a career," and then an artist that he bought like a penthouse for, and then Johnny Depp describing the fecal matter. Is the words he kept on saying. Fecal matter left on his bed.
I mean, but who hasn't shit in their ex bed before?
But they weren't exes.
No, I know.
They were still together.
I was joking. Either way.
Yeah, go into your you and your wife's bedroom right now. Take a shit on her side of the bed and come back down, and we'll see how that unfolds throughout the podcast.
I probably won't have a wife anymore after that. It's like, guys, I'm divorced. I'm living in a.
So I don't know exactly what's going on. I'm just saying this. Even Jason Momoa has come out and said, "Look, I don't even want to work with her ever again."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And like other people have come really across that, hey, Amber Heard's psychotic. She's fucked up. And there's videos now that are popping up of things that just like her doing interviews where she's like yelling at people.
It makes me wonder if they'll refilm Aquaman 2 now.
Who knows? I don't know how they're going to go with that, but whatever it is. The movie you're looking forward to has been removed from the Warner Brothers release schedule.
Which one? Which movie is that?
Coyote versus Acme.
Oh,
John Cena's Coyote versus Acme has been completely removed.
That's disappointing.
Because the slot that was originally for July 21st, 2023 was previously the John Cena's Coyote versus Acme movie is now being filled with Margot Robbie's Barbie movie.
I hope that's the right call. Hope that's the right call.
Good.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers also announced that The Nun Part 2 is coming.
Oh, wait. Which one? Oh,
The Nun Part 2, part of the Conjuring universe.
Yeah. That one. Oh, it's happening.
So now we're going to have to watch that and rewatch all the other ones before we watch it. So what are we at now? How many Conjuring movies are there?
There's so many. Yeah, I don't know. It's its own thing now, right? Are you counting them? Or you doing that? But yeah, I mean, if you had to pick your favorite Conjuring movie, which would it be?
Oh, that's easy. It's the Curse of Lauren. No, I'm just kidding. That one sucks.
God, man, you and I talk so much.
Man, I know that last one was pretty good just because it was really based off of something I already knew.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of good ones. All right, let's see here. Justin Lin has stepped down as Fast as X's director.
They're getting like directors out. Like okay, what's the new director?
They don't have one yet.
I wonder why.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel's like, I don't like this Justin Lin fella. That's what it is.
I don't know, man. Vin Diesel, I heard, is a dick to work with, but I am not one to say.
That's what Dwayne Johnson said.
I mean, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, I've met the guy on several occasions.
Nice guy.
And the guy is just like ridiculously nice.
Yeah, he's golden. He's golden.
And I mean, especially I've seen him where he was like so tired out he could barely even talk or move, and it looked like he was just like, I'm done. I just need to sleep, you know. Mm-hmm. And still he was still nice. All right. Peacock, cock. My peacock, cock. I want to see my peacock, cock. Has added several Nicolas Cage films to its catalog.
Yeah, definitely saw that.
For everybody. Make sure to go out there. They've added everything from Con Air to Bangkok Dangerous, Red Rock West, and of course the legendary one that he's only in for like 5 minutes. When he was still Nicholas Coppola, and that is Fast Time at Ridgemont High. So if you want to see that, go to Peacock, cock. Nicolas Cage has been doing interviews. Literally, he did a Jimmy Kimmel interview the other day, and it was the first time he had been on talk show, a late night talk show, in 14 years.
Jeez.
Yeah. And he's been doing a lot of press. And during that lot of press, I have a fact that we'll talk about why we're reviewing the next movie. Nicolas Cage doesn't understand why he stopped getting invites for comedy movies.
And why did he?
He doesn't know, because he did, Raising Arizona. He did, the Croods kick ass. He's done, what else did he do? Honeymoon in Vegas.
He's a great comedic actor.
Moonstruck. Yeah. Like so many comedies that he did over the past his career, and they just like dried up. And he thinks pretty much because of the new movie that that we're about to review here in a few minutes.
We'll change that maybe.
Yep.
I hope so.
And then finally, the 2 stories I'm so happy to announce.
Okay.
First, Venom 3 officially confirmed by Sony at CinemaCon. The great series of Venom 1, Venom 2. Now we're going to have Venom 3, which I'm guessing is going to star Spider-Man, because how they opened it up. Of all the, not just the Venom, but the Spider-Man movies with Eddie Brock and stuff. Because let's be honest, that's what we want to see. We want to see Spider-Man versus Venom. Bottom line.
Yeah.
Period. And then the one that the happiest story, the happiest story I could fucking be more happy to announce. This past weekend, The Batman has acquired a sequel, and everyone is on board already.
Yeah, Batman.
Zoe Kravitz and Matt Reeves all are coming back for the sequel of The Batman.
You're missing one story, but I'll get to that one. You're talking about the Batman too.
What's that? What story is that?
Do you know who El Muerto is?
Yeah.
Bad Bunny is gonna be El Muerto. They're making a standalone film with him in it as El Muerto.
Oh. That's probably why I saw Bad Bunny and I probably just jumped right over that.
Okay.
Yeah, not a Bad Bunny fan. Anyway, that's it, man. That's the news. Wrap it up. That's movies and some movies that don't suck and some of the reviews. I give Chris information. I'm just excited about the next movie we're going to talk about.
Neil can't talk straight. So.
I can't talk straight. I need another beer.
All right, so this next movie, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, is directed by Tom Gormican. Tom Gormican has directed such things as this movie.
This movie. Yeah. Chris doesn't do his research anymore. He doesn't know.
Back in 2014, directed a movie called This Awkward Moment, but I don't remember that movie at all. Written by Tom Gormican and Kevin Eden. This was about Nicolas Cage, guys. Ever since I saw the preview for this, I've been so stoked to see it. So
yeah, and 100%, Nicolas Cage turned down this movie for so many years, and then finally Tom wrote him a letter saying, "Hey man, I'm not making fun of you. This is what my thought process is." And Nicolas Cage read that letter and wept, and he was like, "I'm going to do this movie now."
So this stars Nicolas Cage as Nic Cage.
What do you say we cut the chit chat? A-hole.
A-hole.
And then Pedro Pascal plays Javi Gutierrez.
My brain's all good, kid.
This also stars Tiffany Haddish as Vivian.
Just grapefruit
Neil Patrick Harris plays Nicolas Cage's agent Richard Fink.
A nickel a target.
You know, that's actually a little rich for my blood. How about a penny?
What's the matter, Albert? Is business bad?
This also stars Lou Machine as Eddie Cage, Alessandra Mastrella as Gabriella. It's got Ike Barinholtz, which he's kind of looks just like Pete Holmes to me, as Martin, and a bunch of other fucking people. But this movie is Nic Cage heavy. Why don't you read the storyline for this?
The fictionized version of Nic Cage must accept a $1 million offer to attend the birthday of a dangerous superfan, Javi Guerres. Things take a wildly unexpected turn when Nic Cage is recruited by a CIA operative, Vivian, and forced to live out his own legend, choosing his most iconic and beloved on-screen characters in order to save himself and his loved ones.
This movie is fucking hilarious.
This movie, this is one of the first movies my wife actually went to the theater with me to see in quite a while. And not only us and the people behind us or the people in the other people in this theater, but we snorted laughing. Yeah, I have not snorted laughing at something in such a long time.
Yeah, my theater was full of people just dying laughing. It's a hilarious movie. It's great.
This movie is I can't even tell you how well Nicolas Cage, Pedro, and Tiffany Haddish played off of each other.
Dude, the buddy comedy aspect of this, I want to see Nicolas and Pedro just do movies all together just for the rest of time. Their chemistry was perfect.
Yes, and the thing is about this movie is that it even makes fun of itself in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Like they're him and Pedro are trying to write a script at some time. Him or Nick and Javi are trying to write Javi are trying to write a script at some point, and then the script that they're trying to write actually reflects the script of the movie. I mean, it's like breaking the fourth wall to show you the other fourth wall. It's behind that fourth wall.
This movie's very meta, and
oh my god!
And Nick, he commits to it. It's something else, man. It's a funny fucking movie, and I've been dying to see this one too. So, one
of the things about this movie I read when looking up the research and stuff like that was Nicolas Cage was against the idea of playing himself, turning down several offers for this Oh no, I'm sorry. That's the okay. No, that's about the written letter. But Nicolas Cage thought Javi was the better written character in the movie, so much he even asked to trade parts and thought about playing his own biggest fan, was more meta than playing himself. And then they cast Pedro, and Cage was like, "Yeah, never mind. That's exactly the guy."
This I can't say enough good things about this because it was really funny. It was action packed even, and it was I could have watched it. This could have been 2 hours longer.
This could have been 17 hours long, and I'd have been fine with it. I was laughing my ass off the entire movie, and this is actually, and as the fact says, I have up right now on our vlog. This is his 100th Nicolas Cage movie as a leading role. Now, me and Chris have been fighting for Nicolas Cage for like the past 4 years we've been on this podcast.
Yeah, Mandy, and I was like, ever since like Mandy came out, I'm just like I want him back.
And they even say in this movie, I think I wrote down a line somewhere, and I don't know if I can read it due to the fact that
he mentions Mandy for sure.
Oh yeah, Mandy is a fucking masterpiece.
It is. And
my god!
And the chainsaws in the
There's
movie.
a part where they go into this Nicolas Cage vault. I'm not going to say who, when, where, why, and why this Nicolas Cage vault even exists, but there's so many cool props.
Yeah,
from all the Nicolas Cage.
There's two
movies.
things from Mandy. There's the Mandy axe and the Mandy chainsaw. So
yeah. And like even Nicolas Cage is like, is that the chainsaw from Mandy? It's like, yeah, Mandy's a fucking masterpiece,
it
man.
Is. Yeah.
It is. Man.
And I actually heard Paddington 2 is pretty good too.
I know. After watching this movie, if you don't want to go see Paddington 2, I still haven't seen it.
I heard it's really good, like from everyone. Like even
yeah. I wanted to review it, and you told me to fuck off.
I don't think I did that. Come on.
Yeah, you did 100%. I tried for 3 weeks to get that movie reviewed.
I don't think Paddington 2 came out when we were doing the podcast.
Yes. Yes, it did. Look it up, bro.
I'm looking it up right. 2017. I moved here in 2016, so no, I have nothing to do. We weren't doing the podcast.
Yes.
No.
It was in 2017, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Paddington the Bear 3?
2. Yep. 2017.
Really? I don't believe
maybe you're trying to lobby someone else to see it with you, but
I don't know. But yeah, this movie was just insane. I mean, you cannot go see. You cannot. This is a must. This is like if you want to.
It's so much fun. It's a fun movie.
Like okay. Let's get into specifics so people don't think we're just like blowing smoke out of their ass.
Okay.
This is the greatest. Da, 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 da. All right. Nicolas Cage in this movie is like very much at the bottom of his barrel. And the humor that happens because of him being at the bottom of his barrel, like basically, everything from getting kicked out of a hotel to like, trying to figure out what to do in life, and his family life is falling apart and everything. This is a very good inspirational upswing movie where he figures out what in life most is good to him. But the thing, and I don't care. I'll ruin this part. I'll spoil this part. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to. And I'm just going to say it. Nicolas Cage talking to Nicolas Cage.
Nicky Cage, yeah.
Nicky Cage. All right. So basically, there's an interview, if you guys have ever seen it. It was when Nicolas Cage was 18, 19, maybe 20 years old. And he went on this talk show where he does like this infamous kick in the air, and he's like, "Woo, yeah, baby, I'm Nicolas Cage. I used to be Nicolas Coppola, but now I'm Nicolas Cage." And that is the person he is talking to.
Well, he's also wearing that snakeskin jacket he wore a Wild at Heart, and that scene, which is one of my favorite Nicolas Cage performances is him in Wild at Heart. Hey, baby, it's a snakeskin jacket. But yeah, him talking to himself. There's some parts I don't really wait. When he's talking to himself, they're fucking hilarious. But it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, It's like him and Pedro playing off of their chair. Like they knew their characters. They knew exactly what they wanted to do. Mm-hmm. One of the funniest things, and again, I talked about this earlier. Nicolas Cage is doing the rounds on everything from the web ask you questions, killer thing to inside the actor studio, everything. He's doing the whole shebang. And one of the funniest ones was the youngest actress, Lily Mosheen, was talking about how a couple years ago that she was caging her family the whole time. And Nicholas was like, "You were what?" And she was like, "Caging." And he's like, I don't know what that is. and she's like, well, caging is where you just slap Nicolas Cage's face, your face everywhere. And he's like, that's not a thing. And I was like, oh my God, Nicolas Cage does not know about caging. I mean, you know how insane that is to think about that Nicolas Cage, this guy right here does not know about cage.
My wife,
this guy right here does not know. I mean, Nicolas Cage does not know about. I mean, this guy right here, Nicolas Cage, does not know about caging.
So let me tell you something that my wife did for Christmas this year for some of our friends. She bought 7 Nicolas Cage mugs, right? And then she wrapped up the mugs in Nicolas Cage wrapping paper.
Really?
Yeah, so I have a mug that shows Nicolas Cage is basically like Jesus, right?
Uh-huh.
Come on, dude. And also we have a mug that shows Nicolas Cage's face says, "You're my national treasure."
Oh.
There's something but yeah, it's amazing.
Nicolas Cage, and you guys, you don't get the joke because on the vlog right now I am posting a lot of pictures of Nicolas Cage in no shirt, just looking at you sexually. There you go, right there. That's the one for you, Chris. That's one for you. But man, all the happiness I got out of this movie. The storyline is, I mean, by any means, I think this is R-rated. If it's not,
it is. It 100% is.
Yeah, it's an R-rated movie. Don't take the kids to it by any means. But it is Tiffany Haddish. Who else was in there? The one that played her partner.
Ike
Barinholtz. He popped in. Demi Moore popped in for a part. Yeah. I'm going to give that away, but she pops in. But this is just like, when you're like, man, I wish all these years, we wish Nicolas Cage could have came back. Like people would have seen Nicolas Cage as the big player that he is. And I really think this is finally the movie that people are like, yeah, Nicolas Cage.
Especially since he doesn't owe money to the IRS anymore. That's the only.
I want Nicolas Cage to just be around for the rest of my existence. I'm glad I get to be on the earth the same time that Nicolas Cage gets to be on the earth.
When we stopped today, I might go upstairs and watch Leaving Las Vegas.
I watched Snake Eyes isn't available anywhere, so I tried to watch that the other day, but instead I turned on The Rock, and then after The Rock I watched Con Air, and then after Con Air, man, have you ever watched Leaving Las Vegas?
It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I have seen it. Do you remember Lord of War? You remember Lord of War, right?
Huh?
Lord of War?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, dude,
back when it was still okay to like
there is over 100 movies that he has starred in the lead as, right?
Uh-huh.
Is that the 109 credits? I even saw the Joe. I'm waiting for the Joe Exotic TV miniseries. I can't wait for that. But okay, let's see if there's any movie I've not seen. All right, let's see. I'm going through. Peggy Sue got married. I totally forgot about that. Vampire's Kiss, Never on to Time to Kill, Wild Heart, Firebird, Sandalene. No, I've seen all these. I've seen every single Nicolas Cage movie. I've seen all 109 of these.
It was also my favorite movie last year, by the way. Pig.
What is that?
Pig.
Oh, 8mm. Oh, man. I haven't seen that one in forever. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, it's been years, but I have seen it.
Oh, Sonny. Oh, Matchstick Man. Oh, the Weatherman, where he carries around the bow and arrow.
Yeah, I like the Weatherman. Have we talked about Willy's Wonderland, right? We did talk about that, right?
Which one?
Willy's Wonderland.
Oh yeah, that was the last one we actually talked about by him.
No, Pig was.
No, Pig was before that.
No, Pig came out after Willy's Wonderland. 100% sure. I know for a fact.
No. Willy's Wonderland. And Willy's Wonderland was way better than Pig by any means.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I just wanted to see your reaction. And that's funny too, because in interviews, Nicolas Cage even said that his favorite movie that he's ever done is Pig.
It's an amazing movie. It's a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
But
this movie, guys, seriously,
you'll have a lot of fun.
Nicolas Cage, you'll love it. If you don't like Nicolas Cage, I think you'll at least get a good laugh out of it.
Yeah.
It is a good comedy.
Yeah, it's not a prerequisite to know a lot about Nicolas Cage to enjoy this movie, but it does help. It does help for sure. But I love this movie. It's funny. It's heartfelt even, and I want to see Pedro and Nick team up again to do a sequel. I
don't care what it is. I don't care. They can be the new Bill and Ted. They can be the new
Chris Farley, David Spade.
Yeah, I don't care. They can do anything ever, and I'm watching it. If you put those two names in a movie, I'm there.
Yeah, it's Gene Wilder and Pryor. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, guys, we can't say enough good things about it. Go out and see it. Like, go out and see Northman.
And then we'll give you ratings.
Yeah,
How about that?
Okay.
This guy is a fucking legend. Before your asshole puckers up, I'll be up on you. Miles Davis was a heroin addict. She thought Humphrey Bogart was a porn star. Hey man, never shit on yourself. Never. Let's say we stop the chit chat. A-hole!
What do you say we cut the chit chat? A-hole!
Why the fuck is Nic Cage on this plane? To turn your back on. The gift is to turn your back on the entire human race. Paddington 2 is fucking incredible. You tell them, Nic Cage. Tell them Smooch is good. We have to open our minds to the infinite possibilities. I have no idea what the next one says. I'm trying to read it.
Your hand was laughing.
Mandy is a fucking masterpiece.
It is, guys.
This is an intelligent film for grown-ups. God, we flew all over the world. Yet that's a pretty palace and a place. Well, I guess it's time to figure out how this all ends. Oh my God, Nic Cage. No, Nicolas motherfucking Cage. We are thick, not through. No. We are back. Not that we went anywhere. No, not that we're anywhere at all. and of course, the best line of the entire movie. No, not the bees! The bees!
So what's your score on this?
Man, and this is the problem I had with giving Northman 4.5 because I got to rate this higher. I think this is better than Northman. Because comedy-wise, this is gonna go on that shelf, like that shelf of like Austin Powers, that shelf of the great comedies. I would rewatch 100 times in a row and not get tired of it. I have to get, and I'm only going up a point of a point. So 4.6. I love this movie. I think satire is something I love. I love when people can make fun of themselves and have a good time with it. And all the Nicolas Cage movies that we reviewed in the past years are great. Mm-hmm. And I know I gave Pig a 4.8 or 4.9, so I know that one I rated higher than this. But I love it that Nicolas Cage is not only having a good time with this movie, mm-hmm. but he's having a good time with life now. And I feel like, all right, there is this time, and I'll make this short and sweet. There's this time where Ultimate Warrior came back to WWE after they fucked him over hardcore. Mm-hmm. And he came back for this ultimate WrestleMania weekend and had one of the best weekends ever. And he made this speech on Monday Night Raw where he was like, if a man's, someday we will all breathe our last breath. Our heart will beat its last beat. But if a man of what he did while he was on this planet, it can touch others, then he did what he was out to do. The next morning, Ultimate Warrior died after he gave that speech. Mm-hmm. If Nic Cage was to die tomorrow, this is his opus. This is his love to the world for saying, hey, I get why you love me now. And that's why I loved it so much.
Mine's a 4.6. It's hilarious. It's a great movie. I want a million sequels to this. And it didn't disappoint. I was expecting great things.
I don't want sequels to this. I just want more Nicolas Cage. Yeah. I just want more Nicolas Cage movies. I don't need a sequel to this movie exactly. I think this movie did exactly what it was. And I think it gave Nicolas Cage a reflection on himself, not to take himself so seriously. And I think it's really helped himself out as a human, as an individual. And that's why I'm rating this so high, because I can see it in the interviews that he's doing. Because back in the day, when he was getting to the end, like 14 years ago, when he was stopping, if you go back and watch those interviews, you can tell he hated everything. He was just he was not in a good place in the world. And I think now he's come full circle to knowing who he is, and what he meant to the world out there. And I love that. I love something that, like, not only made the person reflect on what he contributed to the world, but also who he is as an individual. And I love that.
And he's got such a wild filmography. Like, yeah, I got Prisoners of Ghostland picture poster on my wall down here. Yeah.
Prisoners of Ghostland, but then you got Leaving Las Vegas, and you got Raising Arizona. You got classics, movies that are classics, and then you got movies that people have never even heard of. That I'm like, hey, look, he's got 109 credits, and if you haven't watched all 109 of these fucking movies, that's on you for not knowing that those 109 movies exist.
All right, man. Looks like we're getting to the mark where we have to start sort of winding down. So, critics' audience score on this movie on Rotten Tomatoes.
100%.
87%.
Damn it.
Now, what is the critic score for this movie?
100%.
88%.
Damn it.
Critics' consensus is smart, funny, and wildly creative. The Unbearable and Massive Talent presents Nicolas Cage in peak Gonzo form. He's mastered Pedro Pascal's scene-stealing performance. So, yeah. Unbearable and Massive Talent, The Northman, they're both in theaters. Nothing's coming out this weekend. Go out and see both of them.
Like, these are the best.
So, but next week, I think me and Neil are actually doing a Panic Fest episode. So you will have 2 new horror films to talk about. You may not be able to see them yet.
We'll talk about movies from the Panic Fest and maybe some of the shorts as well.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to give a full review of the good old Panic Fest because me and Chris are big film watchers. Chris has been to the Panic Fest the last 3 years.
No. Yeah, they've all been incredible experiences for me. I can't wait to spend. Yeah. I'm gonna watch maybe 20 films this weekend.
Yeah, and I'm going to at least swing in with him on like some point to go see a movie at the Panic Fest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you're in town, Best of Fest is happening, so we'll go see. Yeah. So
we can't do, even though I would love to take our wives to see it because I know that's going to be one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Is when the screaming starts.
Yeah.
We'll have to find something else. So, even though I really want them both to see it.
Did Danny not see
No.
Leah saw it with me.
Yeah, I was gonna use the other screener, and then the time ran out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. We'll talk about which ones we'll talk about next week. But but I have some. And when we get there, I'll start talking. I'll talk about it a bit more.
Oh yeah, I'm putting up more nudie pictures of Nicolas Cage because you just got to have Nicolas Cage everywhere all the time. In your look at this one. Oh, he's so hot there.
I don't think that's really him. I think it's a deep fake one.
No, that's that. Of course, it's not. It's a face morph.
Okay. Find us on Movies Don't Suck .net. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/Movies Don't Suck Podcast. We're on Twitter, NTS Podcast. We're on Instagram, NTS Podcast. You need to find us on Patreon, patreon.com/Movies Don't Suck. You can find shirts on you at bonfire.com/Movies Don't Suck. Something to do. If you're on Facebook, watch us on Facebook, like the page, or watch us on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. And on all streaming platforms where you can find podcasts, you can find Movies That Don't Suck and Some That Do. Also, you can email moviesdon'tsuckpodcast@gmail.com. What do we do for small businesses, pal?
If you got a small business, we'll be more than happy to advertise for you. Just send us an email, send us a message, and we'll be more than happy to post it out there. We'll try to put it to our thousands of listeners, our millions of viewers, and definitely help you guys out because we want to help small businesses like you. And we just want to make it all happen.
All right.
For people and stuff. I think I drank that beer way too fast.
Here we go.
That's another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Something to Do. My name is Neil.
And I'm Chris.
Remember, folks, sorry, boss, there's only two men in the world that I trust. One of them's me, and the other is not you. Have a good night.